Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to today's stream. It's been a while. Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be playing some Pokemons. Because of course we are. It's a new season, so we're gonna be working on that. Let's see. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yes, it's a new season, new time, new season. We're going to be using the same teams. I don't have a current team that I would really want to do. So there's that. I do have some unfortunate news here. It is with a heavy heart, slightly heavy heart, that I have been fired from my job. Now, I'm not super upset about this. I kind of saw it coming from a mile away. We just weren't. The official reason is they're completely cutting the job. What my job was is I was a salesman for a company. I was selling or attempting to sell computer parts to people who would potentially buy them. Unfortunately, we are in a terrible time for PC parts to be bought and sold. So there's that. So I will no longer be selling those computer parts. Instead, what I will be doing is streaming. Obviously, I'm not streaming full time. I'm in the middle. I'm going to currently start looking for a job. It might be VTubing, it might be some other stuff, who knows. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just jump into ranked right now. These are our results. Let me actually turn off my camera here so you can see them. There we go. So these are my results. I just got to Great Ball for single battles and an Ultra Ball tier. This is the wrong. I did not grind with this team, but there's a team that I ended off on, so I guess we know that. So we are in Ultra Ball tier. Go to ranked battles. So yeah, there's that. Let me see here. So we're gonna go back into the double battles tier. We're going to be continuing to use our Trick Room team here because I just think it is the most fun. But yeah, so you will be seeing a lot more streams from me now, whether it be on this channel or my other channel on the Aether Thieves. I will be continuing to stream Final Fantasy XIV on Monday and Tuesday for the Aether Thieves, and then for pretty much any other day that I feel like streaming, it's going to be on this channel. So Wednesday through Sunday, I will be streaming on this channel. It's what I feel like is the best for me, and hopefully I'll be able to find a job within a couple of months that'll have better hours and the same pay. The one problem that I had with this job is that I did have to drive an hour and back from my home all the way up to the workplace and then back, so it was unfortunately a long part of my commute. Hopefully in the future, I will be able to get a job that is at max 30 minutes away, and maybe it will end at 4 o'clock rather than 5 o'clock. So I'll be home a lot sooner. And then as a result, you'll be able to get more Final Fantasy XIV videos if you are into that. So there's that. But for now, I will begin matchmaking here, and we'll just see how this goes. I do maybe want to upload some more Pokemon Champion stuff, just because it's fun. I am still awaiting a interview opportunity with a friend, but we'll see. This is an entirely ghost type team, which is interesting. So Conkeldurr will not be useful here. Ferrograff will probably not be as useful with Reuniclus, unfortunately. But I do still need it to set up. So what I will do, it's a little bit risky, but I think I'll start off with my standard Ferrograff and Reuniclus. We will be using Watame. And because he has 3 fire types, I think I'll bring in a Blastoise just for some extra assistance here. So let's see how we do for this particular fight. Now, I have heard that you will be going back up the ranks fairly quickly. once you kind of get a foothold. So we'll see if that is true. We're probably going to be back into doing the single player, or not single player, but NPC battles here for a little bit. I think just because it sounds like it's something that this game would do, but we shall wait. Yeah, considering that they use Dragon Claw and Night Slash. Okay, that's the correct move here. Reuniclus will survive, no problem. Go ahead and use Trick Room here. So now that we go faster, I'll go ahead and use a skill swap here. I think I will go ahead and actually use a Rain Dance on this turn, just in case Stellar Edge decides to use any kind of fire type attacks. And I'm going to go ahead and target a Dragapult here with Shadow Ball, so we can do some super effective damage. That's actually the main reason why I taught Reuniclus Shadow Ball, is for this kind of exact reason. Dragapult will eat that Citrus Berry, so we'll get some healing back. We'll be using Rain Dance to set up both Blastoise and Ampharos, and I think on the next turn we will go ahead and swap out for Farigiraf here. We'll use Draco Meteor here. So that is probably going to knock out Reuniclus, if I would guess. Just barely leaving it to survive. We'll use Reuniclus' Citrus Berry, and I think we will have it be alive for one more turn here. I'm going to go ahead and use Sidekick first, and I'm actually going to use, I should not be using Skill Swap here. What I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and swap out onto Blastoise, and we'll see how the opponent reacts here. Reuniclus does have Regenerator, which allows it to heal a little bit on switch in and switch out, so there's that. Dragapult will survive here with just barely enough health. Farigiraf is most likely going to go down on this turn. I'm going to assume, yeah, you're going to use Draco Meteor again. This Draco Meteor is not going to do nearly as much damage because, for one, this particular Blastoise is bulked up, and two, its special attack being harshly lowered is going to cut into its attack pretty effectively. I'm going to go ahead and use Protect on this turn, and unfortunately, because both of these guys are Ghost-type Pokemon, we will not be able to use Fake Out. However, we can knock one out, either Dragapult or Cellular Edge. I think Cellular Edge is a little bit more dangerous because it owns a Night Slash, so we're going to go ahead and take him out. And we made the right call because the opponent decided to withdraw into Archwalodon, which this Archwalodon will most likely know Electro Shot, and it's going to take advantage of that in this rain. So Reg lives with 30% HP here, and it's probably going to use Night Slash, and our Farigiraf is going to block that no problem. Blastoise survived just fine here, and what I think I will do is I'll go ahead and use Sidekick on Cellular Edge. This should knock Cellular Edge completely clean out. And I think I will swap Blastoise out with Watame, because I'm going to be predicting an Electro Shot from Archwalodon here. And I think they're going to use Electro Shot right into Watame, and Watame will be able to tank that no problem. Now, unfortunately, because Watame as a Mega Evolution is going to be a Dragon Electric type, I'm actually going to hold off on using the Mega Stone here until Archwalodon goes down, just so that it doesn't get super effective hit by this Archwalodon if it knows like Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor or something along those lines. The only way I would use Mega is if I have decided to... Oh, never mind. The opponent has decided to forfeit, which makes us the winner and them the loser. Amazing. We get a performance bonus here, and it's going to, alright, immediately bring us to Pokeball tier rank 3, and we're going to go ahead and continue battling here. So yes, unfortunately, there wasn't really much that I could do at my company anymore. I really tried. We all tried to make it work. Unfortunately, just because the way that, you know, the PC computer building industry has been going, unfortunately, they have made the tough decision to let me go. I saw this coming from, you know, quite a while, or quite a few months ago, just because it is very difficult in this current format, or in this current day and age, to sell PCs. Everything's expensive. Everything is skyrocketing in price. Every person I got in contact to or tried to call, unfortunately, just wasn't either in the mood to purchase any computer parts, or they just didn't have the money, or they recently just bought them and they just didn't need to. And I completely understand all of those particular reasons. So I'm not super upset that they have decided to let me go. But I am, of course, needing a job. So I will be continuing my job search in the future, of course. I'm going to be starting next week. Well, I'm going to be starting kind of slowly over the weekend here, but I'm going to be starting next week. But yeah, so I particularly tried today. I had some alcohol for dinner here. So I was enjoying that. I was having a good time. And yeah, we're just going to be playing Pokemon. I'm probably just going to be playing a lot of Champions. And I'm just going to be working on doing video editing. I still have some stuff that I would like to work on. One video for this channel and another video for the FFXIV channel, which the FFXIV channel is going to take a long time to update, because that one's going to take a while to edit. But hopefully after this, hopefully I'll have it out by at least the end of this month, if I could work on it for several hours a day. So there's that. I am appreciative that I do now have the time to kind of focus on video editing, at least for a little bit. Just because I think that, again, the job wasn't going too well, so I need to put my focus and attention elsewhere. And I do want to improve my skills as a video editor. I really want to make stuff that I can be proud of and that you guys enjoy watching. And I'm currently in the process of doing that. Hopefully I'll be able to bring out the next video with some entertaining content. So there's that. The next video, I'll just give you a hint, is going to be a combination of these fights and the last fight. And the reason being is that I have decided that I'll go ahead and use Thunder on. I've decided on the topic of my next video is going to be about these Trick Room teams, and it's just gonna. It won't take that long to edit. Luckily, the good news is with all these Pokemon episodes is that they won't really take necessarily a long time to edit, so I can kind of upload them in between. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. I can kind of upload them in between the Final Fantasy videos. Currently, I'm editing a Zeralja video, and then eventually we will be doing, or we will be catching up. Currently, the group is on Sphene, but we did Zeralja, or we streamed Zeralja, and then we also streamed Sphene. And I think there's one in between that, but those are the ones that we're working on here. So I hope you look forward to seeing those. I'm going to make them highlight videos effectively, because I think they're very entertaining as highlight videos. So I'm hoping that we can get that off of the ground. We'll go ahead and just pop Thunder here. This guy's probably going to recall Greninja, if I were to guess. No. Interesting. Guard Chop, Water Shuriken. I just realized, is Trick Room not up anymore? Okay. I haven't really been focusing too much on this particular match, but I think it's because I just wanted to give an update on my life. Yeah, I've been kind of hovering on finding a new job anyway. Like I said, I was completely expecting this job to end. And I did just straight up tell them, I was like, listen, it's not your guys' fault. It was just, you know, a bad time. And I think they understood that. I think they knew I wasn't like upset or anything. I told them the grievances that I had. I didn't get proper training, in my opinion. I didn't get any kind of mentorship. They gave me a little bit of assistance, but they didn't give me as much as I wanted it, as much as I wanted assistance. So there's just a bunch of other stuff that I had in mind that they just couldn't provide, or they just couldn't do. So I do wish them the best, of course. I sincerely hope that, you know, the PC parts and components just drop to a disgustingly cheap degree, just because I think that they deserve to I think they deserve to, you know, be a good company. They definitely have the infrastructure that they need to be successful. I just think that I personally was hired on way too early, and they needed to learn that. And I just told them that. I was like, listen, you guys have, like, they had an idea, they had a purpose, they understood what they needed to do, but it was just a bad time for the PC industry, and it was, I think they let in, like, they hired me way too early. So a 2-win streak plus a performance boost. I wonder how much this is going to give us. Nice. And jump into another one, Speezy Boy. Hopefully I'll be able to get at least into Great Ball this stream, or Ultra Ball. I'm not planning on streaming for a whole lot longer because I do actually want to work on let's pull out Sylveon here. I do want to work on the videos that I had in mind here. I want to work on the Final Fantasy video. I'm going to try to get the next section that I'm on done by Sunday, while also doing some other stuff. So I'm going to be working on it later tonight and on Saturday and Sunday. Excuse me. Alright, so let's see what we got here. This guy is in all white. We got Sylveon, and so we're going to use Sylveon duos here. Their King Gambit I'm a little bit more worried about, but I think I will set up a Trick Room regardless, and I think for me, I'll go ahead and use Combo Mines. They might just straight up use Iron Head, but we'll see. So their Sylveon is faster. Let's catch out Cleave. Unfortunately, Fergraph was not able to survive that, but that is a-okay. Ooh, critical. If it wasn't a critical, I think Fergraph could survive that. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and send out Conkeldurr, because that's the reason why I have Conkeldurr here, is to check both Sylveon and King Gambit here. We'll go ahead and just use Drain Punch immediately, and I'll go ahead and use, I think, Moonblast on their Sylveon. Ooh, good call out. So it looks like our Sylveons are actually speed type here. Ooh, unfortunately, the Conkeldurr goes down. Even if I did double target, that wouldn't have done much. So we're going to go ahead and send out Watame here. Once again, we are not going to Mega Evolve because Sylveon is out in the field. We'll go ahead and use Parabolic Charge, get some health, and we're going to go ahead and use Protect for Sylveon here. I've had something in my eye like all day. We're going to withdraw King Gambit, okay, and bring out Whimsicott, sure. Have 2 fairy types out in the field. With a grass type that resists on my electric attacks, that's okay. Cover Voice. I'm going to go ahead and use Parabolic Charge here. I'm going to go ahead and protect the Sylveon. And get some health back. Unfortunately, because of the Pokemon that we sent out as a lead, unfortunately, we have lost this fight, I would like to say. We're going to go ahead and protect with Watame, and then with our Sylveon, we're going to go ahead and Moonblast their Sylveon and see if that can get us down some. We'll go ahead and use Protect here. Whimsicott is probably going to use Tailwind, if I were to guess, so that they could... Oh, use Encore. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I am going to have to forfeit this match because I do not have a way to counter this Whimsicott right now. And this Whimsicott is going to be faster than me regardless, so I'm going to go ahead and forfeit this match just because of Whimsicott. Now, if I didn't have Conkeldurr out, I think we probably would have done a lot better. I should have had both Reuniclus and Farigiraf out. Those two being my leads have been much, much better than having any other Pokemon in the lead, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to stick with those guys in the lead here. Found... I'm curious. I might try this tomorrow. I think I might try to do both a vertical stream and a regular horizontal stream, just to see how that works. Once again, we're going to do Farigiraf and Reuniclus first. We're going to go ahead and send out... we're going to have Conkeldurr here for the Aggron, and I think we'll have Watame as well, would be a good idea. I do have a program that should allow me to stream both vertically and horizontally, but I'm not entirely... I might have actually deleted it, but we'll see. Okay. I'll go ahead and release Farigiraf and Reuniclus. Now, it is completely possible that this Aggron will be slower than my Reuniclus. We'll go ahead and give that a shot by using Shadow Ball on Sylveon here. Psych up. You're going to copy my stats, but I don't have any stat changes, so... Special defense fell. So Reuniclus did move last in that exchange, so I'll go ahead and use Trick Room. Actually, I'll go ahead and use Psychic with Farigiraf. I'll go ahead and target this Sylveon, and then I'll actually think I will use Skill Swap on their Sylveon, because their Sylveon will mostly have Pixelate. I don't see why they would not have Pixelate. So I think I'll just take away their ability to do that. Play rough. Rock Slide. Nice, we avoided the attack. I'll use Skill Swap so I can take your ability specifically. Yep, you have Pixelate, and I know your Regenerator is most likely not going to be super useful for you. And then we're going to go ahead and use Trick Room here. And then I think I'll swap out Reuniclus for Watame. No, I think I'll save, because I don't want this Sylveon to be... yeah, there goes Dazzling Gleam, but it's not going to do that much damage because of our high special defense. Metal Sound. This is going to lower our regular defense, or special defense. Okay. We'll use Psychic here to take Sylveon out. And then we'll go ahead and use Trick Room. So we can move first instead of them. And what I'll do is I'll actually swap out Reuniclus here. Palafin is going to come out. I will use Protect with Farigiraf, and then I'll go ahead and swap out Reuniclus here with Conkeldurr, because I know they're going to be nervous with Conkeldurr out on the field with Aggron here. So we'll see if they swap Aggron out, but I don't think they will. We'll go ahead and use Protect here. Palafin is probably going to use either Flip Turn or Jet Meteor Beam. That is going to do 50% damage to themselves after this has been charged, I believe, with Space Power. Oh, goodness. Alright. We'll go ahead and use Psychic on the Palafin, and then as for us, we'll go ahead and use a Drain Punch on their Aggron here. This should take them out completely, so they are unable to use Meteor Beam. Unfortunately, Meteor Beam does not have a skip like Electroshock does in rain, so they're kind of unlucky on that front. We can use Agility here, which is not the smartest thing to do in a Trick Room, because I'm just going to be faster, even faster than them in a Trick Room situation. We'll go ahead and use Psychic on Gengar, and then we will use our Drain Punch once again on the Palafin. This should take Palafin out. And Gengar, I will assume we'll just live this. I know Gengar can be made out of paper, but we shall see. Ooh, critical hit on the Palafin, so yeah, that's definitely going to be a KO there. And then lastly, we're going to use Psychic on this Gengar, and Gengar goes down. Beautiful. Another ladder reset, so it's not, this isn't indicative of my skill. Once we get up into the upper halves of Great Ball, I think that is personally where my skill peaks. So we'll definitely see how that goes. We'll go ahead and continue battling here. Yeah, I hope everybody's had a good weekend, or a good week, and I hope everybody continues to have a good weekend. Like I said, I'm just going to be trying to find a job as quickly as I can. I have a few places that I've seen that I might want to apply for, and I'm hoping that they will give me the honor to work for them. We'll do Watame, and I think we'll do... Blastoise wouldn't be super useful. Well, Blastoise actually could be useful. We'll do Blastoise. But yeah, I hope that there's some people in the future that'll give me the opportunity to work for them. Like I said, at my previous employer, it wasn't really anybody's fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't their fault. I would say the responsibility leans on them a little bit, because I feel like I didn't get the resources necessary to do my job well. But that didn't prevent me from reaching out and trying to make my job easier for them. But that's okay. It's whatever. Again, I'm not super upset about it, but it is what it is. Alright. They're probably going to Mega Evolve on this turn. I'll go ahead and use Trick Room, actually, and I think what I'll do, I don't even know what Charizard, it's Blaze or Tough Claw, or even Drought, so I'll actually just skill swap the Charizard here, because I'm actually just super curious about what it could be. It's going to be Drought. Now, unfortunately, because it is Drought, this skill swap actually isn't going to do anything, unfortunately, but that's okay. You use Sleep Powder. Unfortunately, use the Sleep Powder on Farigiraf here. Heat Wave. Reuniclus avoids the attack. This Heat Wave is going to be pretty painful here. Now, unfortunately, I was kind of hoping Drought would not be on this team, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and just use Trick Room, I suppose. And I think I'll actually swap in Watame here. And I'll go ahead and activate Mega Evolution on the next turn. Watame should survive one Heat Wave, but I'm unsure about getting hit by 2 Pokemon. So we'll see. Okay, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. So here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and send out, let's send out Blastoise here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and fake out on the Venusaur, and then I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and use, actually, I would lose Fake Out on this turn, but I think it would be worth it. I'll go ahead and use Protect, and then I'll go ahead and Mega Evolve Parabolic Charge. We should be able to do a little bit of good damage here. Okay, they're going to send out Arcanine, which I'm not super concerned about. Mega Ampharos, Mold Breaker. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and swap out into Reuniclus and see if we can get a little bit more damage out on the Venusaur. I would like Trick Room up, but unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to get Trick Room out. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and swap to Reuniclus here. And I think I'll just go ahead and use a Dragon Pulse on Arcanine. Ooh, it does Earth Power for coverage. Okay, I understand. This person knows what they're doing, unfortunately, so this isn't going to be a quiet walk in the park like I want it to be. I'll go ahead and try Trick Room here, and we'll go ahead and Protect with Watame. They're probably going to expect to Protect here. Reuniclus should be, well, unless if it uses Sleep Powder, but I would like it to miss, but we'll see. No, we'll use Earth Power instead. Okay. Snarl, we'll Protect. Reuniclus is going to get hit by it, but I'm not concerned about that. No more Sunlight. I think what I'll do here, I'll go ahead and use Psychic on Venusaur, and I'll actually swap out Watame with Blastoise, because something tells me that they're going to swap out their Arcanine into, well, they actually might not swap Arcanine out, but we'll definitely see. Blastoise goes out. Earth Power, that's not going to do a lot to Blastoise here. And then the Arcanine will most likely use Snarl. Yep, it'll use Snarl, which again won't do a whole lot. It will lower our special attack, but I'm not super concerned about that. Blastoise will use leftovers here. And then we'll go ahead and use Psychic on Venusaur. This should take Venusaur out. And I think I'll actually go ahead and just use... I think I'll just use Fake Out on Arcanine here, just to prevent some extra damage. So yeah, they could swap out, but I don't think they will. Okay, uses Helping Hand, so unfortunately this Fake Out won't do anything, except just get some cheap damage in. Reuniqueless will use Psychic. This should knock out Venusaur just fine. Yep, so they did waste a turn here. I wasn't expecting a helping hand, but that's fine. Gonna get leftovers out. Let's see. We'll see what they send out next. King Gambit. Which makes sense here. We have 2 turns of Trick Room here. I'll go ahead and use a Sidekick on Arcanine, and then I'll go ahead and use... Actually... Has no effect, and I believe it's not very effective. Yes. We'll go ahead and actually use Skill Swap on King Gambit here, and then use Water Pulse on this Arcanine and take it out. Okay. Let's go ahead and swap out Reuniqueless here with, we'll go ahead and swap out Reuniqueless here with Watame on this next turn. Watame not be able to survive, but Reuniqueless will go back up to a decent amount of health. So I think that's going to be the play here. We'll go ahead and swap over to Watame. And then for your turn, we'll go ahead and just use Water Pulse on your turn. It will probably protect. I'm going to assume it's going to protect, but we'll see. Watame comes out. Okay, some damage with Sucker Punch. It makes sense. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. I think it's because of the special attack reduction. Weather Ball. Unfortunately, Watame is not going to survive this Weather Ball. Weather Ball is like 150 base power with stab. It does an insane amount of damage. Like, it's honestly kind of ridiculous how much stab the that Weather Ball can do. It's kind of irritating, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and use Trick Room here. We're probably going to double up on Reuniqueless, but honestly, I couldn't really... I think we've lost this one, but that's A-okay with me. Again, all of this is learning experience. I'm just trying to get back into the Ultra rank here. Like we saw earlier, my highest was Ultra rank 2. I want to maintain Ultra rank 2 across this game, just because I think that would be the most effective for me. But we'll see. Counter Cleave. This should do damage. Oh, it did a lot. I didn't think it was going to do that much. I know it's an 85 power stab, but I thought I would be able to handle that. I'm going to go ahead and forfeit because there's nothing else I can do in this situation. I think I played that pretty well, though. I think we'll play a few more here, and then I want to get back to editing. All right. This is an AI team. This is like the bog standard AI team, I think. So we can be a little silly in this one. We got Celix and Gengar here, which actually is kind of an unfortunate start here, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and pop Trick Room immediately, and then we'll use Calm Mind. Actually, we'll go ahead and swap instead. I think that'd be a better use of our time. We'll go ahead and swap into Conkeldurr here. This Conkeldurr will do good into Steelix, and Fergraph is still going to do good into Gengar. hit, man. Jeez. Relax. You got critical hit going too. Trick him out. Alright. I'll go ahead and set up Rain Dance here on this turn, and then we'll go ahead and use Drain Punch on the Steelix. Steelix will have Sturdy, so this isn't going to... Wow, you're still faster than me on Trick Room. Okay, good to know. I didn't even take you out. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Go ahead and set up Rain Dance for our Ampharos here. Alright, we'll go ahead and use Sidekick on Steelix so that we can get rid of it, and then we'll go ahead and pop Detect so we can survive this turn. Bye-bye, Steelix. Azumarill is out here, so unfortunately Conkeldurr is not going to be useful for us around here. Go ahead and use Sidekick, and I think we'll swap out to Watame. It's funny, when I was gathering Pokemon into Champions, this Watame came from Pokemon ZA, but I had another Watame. I really like Ampharos, if you can't tell, but I did have another Watame in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I think. I was having... you can kind of tell I really, really like Ampharos. Also, hello, Mental Herb on Cursed Body. Sorry, I'm taking my socks off. That's kind of funny. No, my weather. I know it says the effects of weather disappeared, which is kind of bizarre because, like, it's still... I wish it just made it go away. We'll go ahead and use Psychic here on Azumarill. And I think we'll just pop Thunder. I think we'll just take Azumarill out. We'll go ahead and use Thunder anyway. Safeguard. Like, it's weird that Cloud9 didn't... I wonder if Cloud9 is even active. Because Cloud9 works kind of super bizarrely. Because it's... I feel like it just doesn't work, but who knows. This Drampa is slower than both Fergrab and Ampharos, so there's no real point in trying to make it work. So I'm just gonna Mega Evolve here and just take out this Drampa. Yeah, that was definitely one of those bot teams, but oh well. 3 points for me. Alright, we're in Great Ball Tier. I think I'll try to get to Great Ball Tier 1. Bog standard. Aerodactyl team here. We'll go ahead and send out for Grapher Uniqueless. We'll use Watame, and I think we'll use Conkeldurr in the back. Because this way I can hit at least 4 Pokemon with super effective attacks. The Sylveon's going to be a little bit of a problem, but if they just don't bring Sylveon, then we'll be okay. Oh, speak of the devil, it's Sylveon. to nervously eat berries. Our goal is to take out this Aerodactyl pretty much as quickly as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just use Sidekick on the Aerodactyl, and then I'll use Trick Room with Reuniclus. Yeah, get ready for Rock Slide Spam City. Thank you for not flinching, Reuniclus. If I flinched, it would have been so over. We'll skill swap Sylveon here. Get rid of Pixelate so Hyper Voice doesn't do that much damage. Okay, Reuniclus is down. Fortunately, a critical hit. Citrus Berry did not activate because of Unnerve, but that's okay. Go ahead and send out Conkeldurr here. Specifically because it looks like he likes to spam AoE attacks. So I have a counter for that. It's called frickin' Wide Guard. If he does this 3 times in a row, I'm gonna be flabbergasted. Oh, of course he used frickin' Protect. You're probably gonna use Hyper Voice with Sylveon still, though. Yeah. We got 2 turns of Trick Room left. I'll go ahead and Protect on this turn. And then I'll go ahead and just use Poison Jab on Sylveon, because this should just take Sylveon out, or at least bring it to really low. And I think I'll just swap Farigiraf out, honestly. Jeez. Wing Beat. Conkeldurr should survive this. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and use Sidekick on Sylveon. Sylveon actually probably knows Protect now that I think about it. So we'll use Sidekick on Aerodactyl, and then we'll use Detect on Conkeldurr. Oh, it also knows Detect. Right, nothing's gonna happen on this turn. What are the chances that they'll use dual Wing Beat or Rock Slide instead of dual Wing Beat? Because they know I have Wide Guard. I'm gonna use Wide Guard anyway. If both of these guys go out, then that's just unfortunate, but that's okay. Oh, there's dual Wing Beat. Unfortunate. Good news, Wide Guard still works. Go ahead and send out Watame. I don't think I will do Mega Evolution because I don't want Dragon type quite yet. We'll go ahead and actually Protect on this turn, and then Watame. Actually, let's go ahead and use Rain Dance, and then I think I'll just use Thunder on Aerodactyl. He's probably going to predict this, but that's okay. No, I'll just go first and hit Thunder anyway. That's what we like to see. I was not expecting that, but that's fine. Is it like trapped in Hyper Voice? Because if it's trapped in Hyper Voice, I might as well just Mega Evolve. Basket Legion. We'll go ahead and use Parabolic Charge. Parabolic Charge should take Sylveon out, if anything. As long as Basket Legion doesn't know Ice Fang, then I think we'll be okay. Because I'm pretty sure this Sylveon is like scarfed onto Hyper Voice or something. Because that's all they've been using. It would be weird to have a scarfed Sylveon, but I've seen weirder things in this game, so... Aqua Jet. Let's put a little charge here. No, I didn't knock out Sylveon. Are you kidding? Oh, you know, Hyper Beam. Well, this shouldn't do that much either because I took away Pixelate, so yeah. Parabolic again. Sylveon's for sure gonna go down here. Basket Leech is probably gonna hit Aqua Jet, but or Protect, that works too. I'm probably just gonna spam Parabolic Charge since I'm still in Trick Room. Because honestly, Aqua Jet should do a whole lot next turn. And if Charizard's out next turn, then we should have a chance. Unknown. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. As long as it doesn't Mega Evolve into Charizard, then we'll be okay. Because, no, because then I have to worry about Dragon Claw. But that's, like, pretty much it. So I'm not entirely sure what this guy's going to do. Definitely Aqua Jet. Probably Protect on Charizard, if I were to guess. I have 2 more turns of Trick Room, so I have at least 2 more chances to take both of them out at once. Okay, Charizard protects itself. You're going to use Aqua Jet, yep. You're going to drop into yellow health. We are going to use Parabolic Charge. Charizard's going to protect. Basket Legion is going to go down. And basically, no matter what Charizard does, we should be able to clutch this out. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just use Thunder here. Because we have 1 more turn of Rain, so I wanted to take use of that 1 more turn of Rain. Yeah, we have Charizard at Y. Ooh. There is this, this is kind of like a 50-50 chance now. Granted, again, Heat Wave won't do a whole lot. Oh, Weather Ball might do a lot, though. Yeah. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. No! Damn it, Weather Ball! There's no choice. I could extend the time, but there's no reason to. I forget about Weather Ball. That's the thing. Like, again, Weather Ball does 150 base power plus the 1.5 times from stab. So you're looking at, hold on, I need to do some math here. Because that's 150 times 1.5. That's like 225 base power. Which is kind of crazy to me. Like, I think they need to nerf Weather Ball just a little bit. If they nerfed Weather Ball, then I think the game would be fine. Alright, interesting team we have here. Definitely... I wonder if this is also a Trick Room based team. I'll go ahead and use, I think I'll do Fergraph and Blastoise first, and then I'll do Watame and Sylveon. Sylveon would be good against Spiritomb. We shall see. Ooh, but getting him out first, huh? Okay. We'll go ahead and use a Trick Room, and we'll go ahead and use a Fake Out on this Meganium here. This Blastoise is actually meant to be full support Blastoise, so... Oh. Well, at least I know who's faster. Blastoise is the fastest on the field. That is crazy, because I have a minus speed nature on it. But now you know that I don't need to use Trick Room here. We'll go ahead and just use that, and I think we'll just double up on Meganium here. It might use Protect. I would assume it used Protect, but we'll see. Switch all Spiritomb, okay. Torkoal comes out, uses a Drought. However, that doesn't matter because we'll just pop Rain on the next turn. So, ooh, Leaf Blade. This is gonna take Blastoise out. Rip in peace, Blastoise. And a critical hit, rough. Meganium still survives, even with the. That's crazy. We'll go ahead and send out Sylveon. Use Calm Mind here. Burgraff should be the fastest thing on the field, I think. Actually, with Sylveon out, Sylveon should be the fastest on this field now, or not. Wow! 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 Wait, what? Meganium's not the fastest on... Meganium's the fastest on the field, but... Oh, Blastoise is the fastest on the field. Okay. Oh, no. I think we may have just handed them the win. Use Eruption here. We should survive this, though. Oh, that did nothing. I thought that was going to do way more than it did. We'll go ahead and send out Watame here. Probably going to use Leaf Blade, if I were to guess. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve into Parabolic Charge. Actually, yeah, we'll use Parabolic Charge just in case. And then for Sylveon, we'll go ahead and use Protect. Now, Ampharos should be the fastest on the field. I know Meganium can be pretty speedy, but... Oh, wait, Meganium knows Chlorophyll. I forgot about Chlorophyll. Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Oh. We're gonna protect here. And then this eruption is gonna do like 0 damage, so. Yeah. Now you're gonna send out who? I'm not sure. Gambit? Spiritomb? Spiritomb. I'm not particularly concerned with Spiritomb, honestly. We're gonna use Hyper Voice because I have Sylveon out on the field. And again, well, if they use Trick Room, then I'll be the slowest on the field, and their Torkoal will be the fastest. But the Trick Room's going to move last on this turn, so I'm not super concerned with that. But we'll see, I guess. Hyper Voice. Ooh, Roselli Berry. You come prepared. Impulse. Torkoal should go down from this, yep. And then you should pop Trick Room, I'd assume. Oh, Snarl, okay. Which makes sense, because Snarl, again, lowers your special attack. I've been seeing a lot more Snarl now. Usually you don't see a whole lot of Snarl, but I think, at least in this format, it's been particularly physical-oriented, so that's probably why. Hello, Chandelure. Go ahead and use this, and we'll use Hyper Voice. Yeah, Chandelure is probably not going to be super affected by really anything that we have, but that's okay. We're still both in the green. Their Spiritomb's in yellow. Unless they, again, pop Trick Room, I don't really see this working. Chandelure does have Infiltrator, so it is going to bypass... Excuse me. It is going to bypass Protect and Detect and all that. Heat Wave, so Chandelure is the fastest on the field now. Not very effective on Watchmate, but that still did a lot. But it is in Drought, so it would make sense. Spiritomb goes down. So does my frame rate a little bit. That's weird. Dragon Pulse here. That should cut it down to yellow. Yep. Our Sunlight faded, so the fire should not do nearly as much damage anymore. And if we just use Moon Blast here, I think we have this in the bag. Chandelure is going to be the fastest thing on the field, but that doesn't matter as long as Heat Wave doesn't do an insane amount of damage. Oh, we'll just single target Shadow Ball. Okay. Let's take out Wathame. It will. That was smart. That was smart targeting, actually. Ooh, your special attack fell. Well, that's good. That's actually good. I don't know if we'll survive another hit, though, unfortunately. It all kind of comes down to this. This Shadow Ball actually will KO, now that I think about it. Or not! Oh, Sylveon! Let's go! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And Chandelure goes down. Thumbs up. All right. I think that's actually a good spot to stop for the night. I want to edit some stuff, and I need to upload things anyway, so I think that's a good spot to stop. But yeah, let me thank you guys all for watching. Again, we will probably be doing regular streams until I can get another job, so at least maximum for a couple of months, you will have a maximum for a couple of months. You'll have me pretty much every day unless I don't feel like streaming on any one particular day. But hopefully I'll be able to kind of grow the channel a little bit more and put a little bit more effort into it. And I hope that I'll be able to create content that you all very much enjoy. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. I hope you have a good weekend if I'm not seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be going back into ladder and streaming some more. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start editing some more, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Pokemon. See you guys then. I pressed the right button this time.